With Death being such a powerful and accessible card in Marvel Snap, it's no wonder why Destroy decks are running rampant in Marvel Snap. And today I'm going to be showing you guys my mostly Pool 1 and Pool 2 deck that actually got me to Diamond for the very first time. Now, of course, the game is still very new, so to make it into Diamond within one of the earlier seasons is quite the achievement for me. I have been enjoying the game, and again, it's a pretty much free-to-play game for the most part. So that's great. And with that being said, this is the deck I use, but in order to give you guys a more detailed and information heavy view of this, we're going to head on over to today's sponsor, Marvel Snap Zone. Now, in all transparency, guys, I was just kidding. Today's video is not sponsored by Marvel Snap Zone, but hey, if you guys are watching, hit me up. But as you guys can see here, we have the deck list here, and it shows you what's really cool about Marvel Snap Zone. If you guys don't already use it, this is my first time actually putting my own deck into their software. It actually shows you how many cards are from each pool. So as you guys can see, there's only 2 cards from Pool 3 that are in my deck, and to be honest, the only really one you actually need is Death herself. This is your big beater, and this is the card that is most likely going to be catching your opponents off guard. So I'm going to show you guys basically how you want to play this deck, at least how I play it. And I'm going to show you guys some of the alternative cards that you guys can use if you don't have some of the cards in this deck, like the Hood. The Hood is the second Pool 3 card, and this is a recent acquisition of mine, guys. He did help me get to Diamond, but he's not needed, and the good thing about this deck is you can run it without Death and without the Hood throughout Gold. Like, I got to Gold, mid-Gold, almost Plat without Hood or Death, and then once I got Death is when this deck really took off for me. So also on top of that, guys, I included 3 locations that actually work in this deck's favor. There's a ton that work in this deck's favor. These are just the 3 that came to my mind at the top of my head. So of course, Altar of Death, you can be sacking off your weak cards. It lowers Death's cost, as well as gives you +2 energy for your next turn. You don't necessarily need the extra energy in this deck. This deck is very cheap, as you guys can see, with an average cost of 2.8. But it does help to just continue destroying cards, and your opponent's most likely going to utilize this location as well, making Death a guaranteed free cost. Savage Land, free Carnage fodder, free Death fodder, free just fodder for your deck, so that's great. And then Nexus, your power here is granted to other locations as well. Running this deck, you're going to have a lot of cheap cost, powerful cards, and we're going to go through that right now when talking about how to play this deck. So essentially what you're doing with this deck is you're going to be setting up. I'm going to show you guys some footage that I took from my stream where I'm using this deck to climb, so you guys can see that later, but just to explain it to you guys beforehand, what you're doing is setting up. You're just trying to set up for the first 4 or 5 turns, and turn 6 is where you catch your opponent off guard. That's what's really cool about this deck, but the scary part is as well, is if you want to retreat while using this deck, you're not going to know if you should early on. So the 2 ways to brick in this deck are, 1, not drawing Death at all. As you can see, this is your only really big beater in this deck, so if you don't draw into Death at all throughout the game, that's going to be a tough win. You can still win, mind you, but it's going to be a tough win. And secondly, the second way to brick is if you get all your fodder cards that you're trying to destroy, but you don't get any of your destruction cards. This is why I'm hoping I get Venom, because Venom's another destruction card that can actually get rid of these mobs, because you can quickly fill all of your fields with Squirrel Girl, Nova, Yondu, Hood, and then you all of a sudden you don't necessarily have anything destroyed if you don't draw Killmonger or Deathlock or Carnage, right? So those are the 2 ways that you can brick mainly. So the Hood, he's good, he's fodder, he gives you a 1/6 demon in your hand. Hold on to that demon, do not play it, and if you are playing the Hood, remember that you have Killmonger. Killmonger will kill your demon if played after your you play the demon, right? So just keep in mind how cards are revealed in Marvel Snap to avoid that from happening. I know for the first time when I got the Hood, which is again very recently, I kept killing my demon over and over because I kept forgetting. And every now and again it still happens, though it doesn't necessarily cost me the loss because I'm that far ahead of my opponent. Nova, he could be good for locations like fill copies. If you play a card here, fill this location with copies of it. So you can have 4 Novas and then Killmonger when your board is kind of set up. and you can get +4 to every mob on your field. So he's good for things like that, but he's also just a good cheap fodder that, you know, gives your other cards a little bit of a buff. Squirrel Girl, pretty obvious. This is the best card you want to see in your starting hand, as it sets up one squirrel in each location, so you can go ahead and set up in any one of the locations that you want. And if your opponent is playing armor, which a lot of people are these days, as well as Cosmo, to counter these types of decks, they're not going to know where to armor until they see you set up the Bucky Barnes or you know, the hood as well. So Squirrel Girl is great to keep your opponent on their toes. Sometimes it can actually win you the game if you get a squirrel in a location where cards can't be played. So Squirrel Girl is just one of the best, not one of the best, is the best card to open up starting in your hand. Yondu is a free +2 or -2 to your death energy cost. He destroys a card, the top card of your opponent's deck. It gets destroyed, not discarded. And then he also acts as fodder for Deathlock, Carnage, Killmonger, you name it. Next, the Bucky Barnes, absolutely great combination with Deathlock or Carnage. So another great fodder card that becomes a pretty big beater in 2 and 6. And Carnage, he's, you know, one of your main destruction cards. He's going to get +2 for every card that he kills at that location. Setting up Hood, Squirrel Girl, and Yondu or Bucky Barnes, and then using Carnage, you have a 8-stack Carnage, you have a +6 Bucky Barnes, and you have 3 Death Fodder, and you can already use Death this game because she'll be at 6 cost. So just by turn 3 or 4, you know, you're already setting up these pieces for your late game. But again, it does take a while to set these things up. Killmonger, be careful when using him. Sometimes you don't want to, because you help the opponent out more than you. Like if you guys get Savage Land, sure, he can make death at 0 cost, and most of the time I do actually do that, but Savage Land can actually screw over some opponent's ability to play in that location quite heavily. So a lot of people are using Zoo Patriot decks. This is pretty, so this doesn't really hurt them too much, but yeah, for the most part, you still will be destroying it. Just keep in mind and pay attention that he destroys all 1 cost cards on the field. Okay, and he's the biggest thing that's going to get your death to a 0 cost. Next up, Sabretooth. It's hard to set this guy up because he costs 3 and you want to kill him. And the reason why you want to kill him is because it catches people off guard when on turn 6 you're playing a 0/4 Sabretooth. And the really cool thing is if you play him on a location where it says, for example, double the power of a card that you play on this location, he's gonna be 0/8 on turn 6, okay? And that's where Moon Girl comes in clutch. So if you know that you're gonna have a 0/4 or 0/8 or 0/5 because of Nova Sabretooth in your hand, it's okay to Moon Girl just to have double 0/4, 0/5, 0/8s. Okay, because that's going to catch your opponent hella off guard. If you have a 0/4 plus 1/6 Demon from Hood, that's a 1/10. Okay, for turn 6. Real quick, guys, on the topic of value, one thing I forgot to mention is how you play Nova in this deck. You don't want to play Nova too early because you want as many cards to benefit from his effect as possible. So, for example, guys, you want Bucky played before Nova, yet you want Sabretooth played after Nova. Okay, this way when you kill Bucky with Deathlock or Carnage, you're going to go ahead and kill Bucky, he's going to spawn into Winter Soldier, then you proc Nova, Nova gives the buff to Bucky, gives the buff to Sabretooth, and then Sabretooth dies and you have a 0/5 in your hand instead of a 0/4. So that's something you want to keep in mind if at all possible, but don't stress too much and lose the game because you're trying to set that little combo up perfectly. It's absolutely massive if you can Moon Girl that. Okay, so next up we have Deathlock. He's going to be your other destruction card just to pop things. He's a 3/5 beater. He does what he needs to do. Enchantress. This is the latest addition I made to this deck, and this is the change that actually allowed me to get Diamond with less struggle than previous days of trying. Okay, and Enchantress is really good because she can negate armor. Okay, so for example, let's say turn 1 I put Hood. Right, turn 2, I stack Bucky Barnes on top of Hood. Right, they see this, they armor, and once they armor this, the opponent will most likely snap because they know that they ruined one of your lanes. Okay, and this kept happening to me over and over. Mind you, I'd still somehow win against these guys, but what Enchantress does is she removes that armor effect. Okay, she can't get rid of Cosmo effect because Cosmo negates her ability, but she can remove Armor's effect, and so you can effectively go ahead and blow them up again, so you can carnage them. And sure, you lose Enchantress, but the amount of gain you get from that is way more than, you know, losing Enchantress. So you can carnage it, deathlock it, or what have you. Okay, if you have Venom, you can Venom it, and that's why Enchantress is in this deck. Not only that, guys, but facing a lot of Zoo decks, a lot of Patriot, Blue Marvel, Iron Man, she negates those. So if you save her for a last turn play, if you have your death down to a 2 cost, which happens very, very often if you play this deck well, you will have Enchantress and Death. And if you ruin their whole, you know, board where they have Patriot, Blue Marvel, and, you know, Onslaught stacked, they're gonna absolutely cry, especially if you aren't revealing first. So Enchantress is huge for those late game plays, and the best part is they never see it coming because they never expect it to be in this deck. This is my own personal touch. All of these things I put together pretty much myself, but Enchantress is especially my own personal touch on this deck. Moon Girl we have in here because she is what catches your opponents off guard the most. Even more so than Enchantress, I want to say. Well, not more than Enchantress, but equivalently so. Because once you Moon Girl, let's say you have... Now, keep in mind, if you could only have 7 cards in your hand. So you need to make sure that you have the right amount of cards and you're playing the right amount of cards ahead of time in order to set Moon Girl up for success. Because once you play Moon Girl, if you have a Demon in your hand, if you have a 0/4 Sabretooth in your hand, if you have a 3 or 2/12 Death in your hand, you're doubling all that, and on turn 6 you're going to be dropping like 40 power on your opponent's head, and they're never going to see that coming no matter which way they look at you, right? So Moon Girl is definitely a key to surprising your opponent on turn 6. And again, if you're doing this, remember to place cards accordingly in preparation of leader. In case they have leader, you want to play your Sabretooth first, then you want to play the Demon, okay, then you want to play your Death, so that they copy the Sabretooth first, and hopefully that fills up their location. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the combination of these cards, what each card does individually and how to play them together, what they do for the deck. I've been playing this deck like crazy since silver or bronze even, and it's all been on stream. So I'm going to show you guys some matches now from stream of me playing this deck. Hopefully you guys enjoy, have learned something. Feel free to use this deck. Right before, actually, some alternatives that you guys can use are, instead of Hood, you can use Wolverine. Instead of Death, you can put in America Chavez. Okay, and it's not going to be as powerful, but it'll get the job done until you can unlock Death. Okay, so you don't need these pool 3 cards. But Death is a card that is almost pretty much a necessity in this deck, but you can make it work up until gold, gold and a half, maybe even plat if you're that good without Death. Okay, Hood is definitely not needed in this deck. Sure, he adds to it, but he's definitely not needed. Alright guys, so let's head into some matches. If you guys want to see if I'm able to actually hang in Diamond or if it was all hopium copium, then be sure to check me out live on Twitch at Crowned Gaming TV. Alright, links will be in the description below. I'll even have the link to this deck in the description below. Alright guys, enjoy.
Meta World and Valhalla.
+1 energy, okay. I'm fine with this. Yondu can be fodder. I get 3 deaths this turn. That's so good.
Nice, one spot's a good hit. Oh, it's your boy Forge.
It's Bishop. Bishop Forge, same diff. Same but different.
Same but different.
Ooh. I can just stack deaths right now. I do this way.
You can. You actually can. Holy. Holy.
Even if Deathlock dies, I'm not too sad. I don't think I'm too sad if Deathlock dies. Yeah, I'm not too sad.
Oh, that old friend.
Oh wow, Deathlock is dead.
Damn.
That's okay.
It's okay. Dude, there's a lot of...
It's gonna reduce this down to 2, I think. Yeah. Okay, I just need to draw Moon Girl this turn right now. Like, it needs to be Moon Girl.
And this guy really juiced mid like that.
That's fine. I could win it easily, bro.
No, I know. But like...
Yeah, he went for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yo, say less, brother! Snap? Oh my god, I'm so glad he
Passed on
snapped.
you? He's crazy,
I'm
bro.
so glad.
He is actually crazy.
I couldn't be happier that you snapped, my good sir.
Yeah.
Electra, I'm chilling. Beautiful. Bring it down to 1 cost, bro. Make it 0 for me.
He doesn't know. This person doesn't
Yo,
know.
I'm gonna Killmonger, like, how many of his cards, bro?
3. 4.
Bruh,
4.
his whole deck is destroyed.
3.
This guy's gonna
Four.
cry.
5.
He's actually gonna cry, bro. This is so sad.
Girl, 2 mid, 2 right. Yeah, 4. Yeah, this is disgusting.
This is disgusting. 16, 19, plus I kill 2, 3, 4, 5. I kill one on my side as well. What is this gonna be? There's literally 0 way this guy wins. It's crazy. 17, 20, 16, 19. This one's a little more juiced.
He just might have like Marvel.
It doesn't matter what he has, bro. Oh my god, this guy stayed with that?
What?
With Blade, bro? Your entire thing is dead, bro. How do you feel right now? How do you feel, though?
Thumbs up. Give him the thumbs up.
Oh my god, this guy thought he had cards on the board?
Give him the thumbs up, bro.
He thought he had cards on the board, bro? 8 crystals? I
Yo.
don't want to put Nova yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
I want Sabretooth for before. No, I want Nova before Sabretooth, so that's fine then. Jim said he keeps talking like he's in call with us.
What did?
Oh god.
What did you-
Armor. Good old armor. 2 wraps.
You wrapped on a dong.
I need to draw death this game, huh?
Kind of, yeah. Don't kill Monger.
Because next turn I Killmonger and get like 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, 2. Damn, bro.
This is not the hand I need.
No.
I need some destruction cards, bro, other than Killmonger.
Yeah, you need a Carnage or Deathlock. Blockhaus.
What does he get? Moon Girl? That's fine.
Ice Queen's so good. Ice Queen's actually so good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
There you go, buddy.
It kind of sucks though.
No, it does, but...
I have to kill Killmonger.
Yeah.
This is so tragic. The only way it works is if I draw death next turn.
Hmm?
Because I think it'll be like 0 cost.
Yeah, it will be. %33% chance, Colonel.
So I'm winning right. I can win mid easily. Oh, beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Good stuff.
I can even win left if I want now. Which, to be honest,
You're just being honest.
looks kind of decent. Because if he plays left, depends what he plays left with. But I'll be at 16. He needs 6. 6 is hard without it being like cheap for
Yeah.
it to be a cheap card. Because then I could do this. Yeah, I do this. Like, this sets me up for every lane.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna rock with this, to be honest. I want to see what plays out here. If he plays left, I win, depending what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like if he plays Ultron, I'm screwed.
I don't.
Okay, he played left. Doom. Ooh, Doom is like Ultron, bro. Oh my god, that was so close. I went every lane though. That's crazy.
There's a Baxter building too. Oh wait.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to play here to win this.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So good.
It is like Raft. But just in a backyard. And you kill spiders and fucking stink bugs and shit.
Mm-hmm. I might roll in again.
So I'm sure you've seen us talk about it. You must have.
No?
If you say so.
What would I see you talk about? Where? Where the
Oh,
fuck?
you know. You know. Here and there. Psylocke. I think I just deathlock, bro. It's fine if you kill my squirrel. I'm totally down for that. Or do I want to kill his cards? I feel like that'd screw him over more than it screws me. Do I try for that? That might be scary. Do I double up my hand right now to get an extra demon? I don't draw next turn though. That's the bad thing. I don't want to sack my draw. Got rid of Doom. That's big. That's not too bad. Just means I can't double up on Demon. He's pretty confident. I think I could snap back. Wonder how confident he'd be after I play this. I was playing here anyway, bud. Ugh. It's Bucky. Carnage would have been nice, man. This gives me 11 here. I'll be 21. I think I just do this in case he doesn't play there. No, I need to do one of these. I don't know. I'm not confident, but let's roll. Don't be something crazy, bro. Don't I just win here then? Okay. Alright. That's fine with me. 8 gems. Huge. What card do we get? First to fill this? No. I Sabertooth here first. If I Sabertooth... Squirrel Girl, can I get that? There's a slight chance I can get this. Might as well try for it a little bit. Oh god, this guy has Brood. Sarah, nice. Very nice. Hit my mid, that's fine with me. I'm straight chilling. Okay, we both get it. I got Orca. Ooh. I'm a snap. Not sure if this is snap worthy, but I'll snap. I need to draw Killmonger though, badly. Badly. No, not Hood. Killmonger. Oh, I win for sure if I just Enchantress mid. Is there anywhere I want to sack? Next turn I'm playing so many cards I feel like. I'll get 2 free crystals, it's fine. Or I Enchantress last turn rather. In case I draw a Killmonger. Okay, now I Enchantress. That's why, because he's obviously going to Mystique it. He got Hela for free, that's fine. I literally just Enchantress mid. I juice up mid. I juice up mid with, these are 1 cost. $25 left. He's gonna lose what, 4? 4 left, so 13 to 25. He needs 12 here. I win mid, obviously. Only thing I want to do different is when I place this down. Oh, I already did that? Okay. He did not see that coming at all. Let's go. Enchantress. Patriot deck. I'm a Killmonger at the very end, then I feel.
Game is fucking hard.
I'm gonna snap and ruin his Patriot. Does it copy it still? Good, no target. Let's go. Give me the 2 credits. Retreat. Get out of this game. There you go. Give me my 2 credits.